Hello, this is Zane Martin with Coldwell Banker, Mark Campbell and Associates, your first step in real estate. Today, I wanted to continue our video series on the 8 steps of becoming a home buyer. Just a quick review. Step number 1 is you need to get in contact with an agent that you trust, an agent that can help you out, and ultimately, you just need to call me. Step number 2 is we need to get you pre-qualified for a loan. We want to make sure we know how much of a house you can afford and if you're able to get qualified for it. Step number 3 is we start the process that's really everyone's favorite part, is we start finding the house. We go and we look at a bunch of houses and see which one's right for you. Step number 4 is once we find that house, is we start making offers and we start negotiating, trying to get the house to the at the price point and in the conditions that fit us. And step number 5 was once you have an offer that's been accepted and you're under contract, is we enter into what's called the option period, which is typically a 10-day period where you're able to back out for whatever reason and maintain your earnest money. And if you remember from our video yesterday, that's when you get your inspections done and you make sure that the house is in the condition that you want it to be in. And today we're going to start and talk about step number 6. And this is the step that comes after the option period, where we're getting everything together, getting everything ready for closing. And step number 6, it can take a while, especially depending on how you're buying the house. If you're buying with cash, sometimes it'll only take a week after the option period to make sure we get the title policy and any other documents together. But if you're going to if you have a conventional FHA or USDA loan, or even VA loan as well, it can take probably 3, 4, and sometimes unfortunately 5 weeks to get everything together. And so we're kind of dive in and talk about everything that goes into that process. A lot of these things happen simultaneously and are being done by several different people. One thing that is normally one of the first things done is the title policy. And a title policy is going to come from a title company, and what they're going to do is they're going to go and they're going to search back on the title of the house. They're going to make sure there's no encumbrances or liens on the property that wasn't disclosed by the seller. They're going to make sure that there are no encroachments or anything like that, to ensure that whenever you buy the house, that it actually becomes your house and there's no one else that can claim it or use it in a way that is not suitable for you. Another thing that's going to happen during this process is there's going to be an appraisal. An appraiser, what will happen is that a licensed appraiser, mainly if you're buying with a loan. If you're buying with cash, this step won't happen. But if you're buying with a loan, which most people do, is that a bank will make an appraiser come out to the property, and he's going to go and he's going to measure out the house, make sure the square footage is accurate. He's going to take pictures, look at the condition of the home, and he's going to compare it to other like properties in the area to ensure that the sales price, that the house is actually worth what the sales price you all have agreed on. Another thing that's going to happen a lot of times is you'll have to get a survey during this process. Most lenders require your home to have a survey. So if the sellers did not already have one available, at this point in time, you're going to have to hire a survey to come out and measure out the boundaries of the property. Another thing that's going to happen is your lender is going to have to finish their underwriting process. If you remember going back to step 2, that pre-approval is when they pre-approve you for a loan, but there's still some more things they have to do to ensure that you're actually approved. And what they're going to do is they're going to look at the title policy, the appraisal, the survey, then they're going to look at all your documents as well to ensure that you are able to qualify for this loan. And one other thing that generally happens during this time is during the option period, if there are repairs that you all negotiated for before closing, these repairs will have to get done in this time as well. And there are always a few more things that may or may not pop up. Every deal is different, but generally these are the things that will happen while you're getting ready to close. If you have any questions about this process, or if you'd like to talk to me more, feel free to reach out and give me a call at 817-629-5282, or you can send me a message here on Facebook. Again, this is Zane Martin with Coldwell Banker, Mark Campbell and Associates, your first step in real estate.